everybody stopping through. Happy New Year. I appreciate everyone coming in. I appreciate everyone that has been checking out my community wall. Um, Thanks, Carla. Um, since the last time I was live, I think I gained 2 subscribers. Woohoo! 2 subscribers without posting any uploads or lives. I guess just based on my community wall and maybe word of mouth. I know folks have shared me out. Much appreciated. Um, for my Thank you. I think I'm up to 70 to subscribers now. Not bad for this old broad pushing 60. Um, as you may know, I don't like to do sector. Well, I don't want to do sector content on this channel. There was some things that went on yesterday that I was going to talk about, but I said, nah, let them have it. I'm not interested. For 2026, I'm going to do my best to try to focus on positivity, um, inspiring people, collaborating with people, you know, doing my part for the boring sector. Um, my opinion and I will be going live again sometime this month to continue our vibes and wine. I'd like to do those at least once a month and maybe go live by myself um, once a month. But I'm also interested in doing some uploads um, of having Hey TC, thank you for stopping in. Um, I was playing Philly music in the beginning. Um, Hi Lorna, thanks for stopping through. So for uploads, an idea that I have is I was thinking like the 20 questions slash conversations, whereas I take me and someone else in the quote unquote sector or outside of the sector having a conversation, and I want to do it as a upload just so we don't get distracted by the chat, and maybe folks will feel more comfortable. If anyone is interested, let me know, and I can set. I would put my email address on here, but I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to dox them by trying to get their personal information. So, however you want to let me know if you're interested. And, I'm thinking that the conversations could be like a half an hour, maybe an hour, depending on how the conversation is flowing. Um, it wouldn't have nothing about the sector, more about, like your upbringing, likes, don't like, your statuses, without doxing yourself, of course. Um, I'm anti-dox, no matter what other folks say. Um, yeah. So if anybody's interested in that, I love to talk, even though I'm nervous, doing these lives because I'm new to it. I am a talker. And so maybe to help folks feel a little more comfortable in having a conversation, just to tell you a little about myself without divulging too much. My opinion, yeah. So as most folks know, I am from Philadelphia. Love the city. Don't want to retire here. Plan on moving down south within the next few years. Um, my intended content, once me and the Mister retire, is to do some traveling uploads and some my husband, loves to grill and use our grills and use our smokers. And I know there are a lot of channels that have that. But we like to get in on that. So hi, I am. Thank you for stopping through. And hey to anybody I may have missed. Yeah. And just a sidebar with the traveling. The Mister and I, we decided to turn in our RV. The insurance on it is a mug. And the first year we had it, we did a lot of traveling, but we didn't really do a lot of traveling last year. And we do plan to do some traveling this year, but I don't think, or we don't think we need as big of an RV that we have. So probably downsize. Um, again, preparing for retirement and thinking about, our needs versus wants. Um, excuse me. Something else about me, that you may have been able to tell from me being in the chat, is that I am independent and can stand on my own. I don't need a clique or a group to feel comfortable with who I am. I'm not on here seeking, internet clout. You know, everybody else can have it. I don't want it nor need it. Do you, boo? Um, when I give feedback or make my comments, I would say 90% of the time they're coming from a genuine place because I really want to know. And even though some folks can grind my gear, I still find myself having empathy for them. I was thinking about getting a mid-sized van and get. Yes, I've seen those too. And my husband is really into watching the makeovers of the vans. Um, where was I? Oh, independent. I'm not jealous of anyone on or off YouTube. I don't know anyone. Not you, YM. Never you. Um, yeah, I don't know anyone well enough, and no one has like hurt me or my children or taken money from me for me to hate them. And I think I mentioned before that I like everyone until they give me a reason not to like them. And a lot of times it's not I would say it's not necessarily the person. Hey, make a change. Thank you for stopping in. A lot of times it may not even be the person. Sometimes it's the behaviors. I think that on YouTube, folks tend to put on personas and present themselves as something that they're not offline. And I would say like a lot of the bullshit that goes on, um, that a lot of things that go on here wouldn't happen if we were in a community together. Um, so some folks let the internet get to their heads. They can have it, not me. Um, Just to toot my own horn a little bit, you know, I'm a natural leader, not a follower. Um, but I'm always open to advice and suggestions when I know that they're coming from a constructive and genuine place. Um, I find that a lot of times folks don't like me, but because I have my own opinions or, I'm question some bullshit that they trying to peddle. And, I try to lay low. I know folks don't like it, but I know the past 3 days I was like, fuck it, and just said what was on my mind. It is what it is. Hey, Miss T Pre, thanks for stopping through. Um, what else about me? If you were here from the beginning, you can tell that I'm an actual person. I am a black woman, and I am. Thanks, YM. I appreciate you saying that. I'm a female, and I'm black. I have locks. I am married. I didn't show my wedding ring. I tried to show as little as possible because I know folks are itching to dox me. It just is what it is. I just hope that when they dox me, number one, that they get the right person, and number two, that they share all the good shit that they found out about me. You know, talk about the volunteer work that I've put in, with seniors. Hey, Joe, thanks for coming through. Volunteer work that I've put in with organizations that assist single mothers transitioning from welfare to work. Um, I'm a strong believer in giving back to your community. And my passion with volunteering at senior centers stems from, the close connection that I had with my grandparents. And I may have mentioned this before, and I'm sorry if I'm rambling, but I was very close with both sets of my grandparents. So when they passed away, I felt a void. And I was like, you know what? Let me go to some senior centers and volunteer. And you would be amazed that, how much a smile from a stranger, warms the hearts and souls of the seniors, because a lot of times, families don't go to visit them very often, or at all. So, you know, that's really my passion. And I think that when I retire and move down south somewhere, as a way of not, staying stagnant and spending up all my money traveling, it is to, do some volunteer work. And volunteering helps me feel good. Um, And I said I wasn't going to talk about the sector, um, but I am going to say something. Excuse me. And this is pertaining to drama. Hey, living life. I haven't seen you in what seems like forever. Thank you for stopping through. Um, this is about drama, and while I really didn't want him to go live or think he needed to go live. He's a grown ass man, he can do what he want to do. Um I knew that the what do you call them? The dirty foots were going to be chomping at the bits, which is why I was making my quote unquote irrelevant comments in his chat and in Photons chat. Um, because it always amazes me that folks can say someone's irrelevant just as a way of trying to break them down or demean them, yet spend hours upon hours talking about said irrelevant person. Some folks have a problem with me, not speaking out against drama. Um, do these same folks have a problem when I don't speak out against them when they do they fuckery and bullshit? No. Am I responsible for the behaviors of others? No. Um, One thing I'll say about drama for me is that at least he has inspired me to do something, to think outside the box. And the talk and advice that he gave me, and I spoke about this on DMO's channel, so I won't go into it again. But it really ended up being a game changer for us. And I would say to the folks that are, you know, so hate filled. Who have you inspired? What inspiration did you give to somebody that they were able to use offline that put them in a better position than they were in before? Also, who inspired you to do something? You know? It is what it is. Um, that's my statement. And I'll always have a soft spot for drama. Hate it or love it, I don't give a fuck. Anywho, let's check the chat. YM says, that's cool, Mrs. Murph. A couple of years ago, my community orchestra gave a concert at a seniors village. They're like, thank you, YM. And excuse me and pardon me, I'm getting over yet another cold. When I was in high school, I was in the orchestra, and every Christmas, the orchestra and the chorus would visit senior centers playing the Christmas songs. And even back then, and again, it could have stemmed from the relationship I had with my grandparents, that you know being around seniors just does something for my soul, does something good for my soul. um let's see. My son's mother is super active in the community with the older and young. That's some heart tugging work. Yes. And shout out to her. And that now I will have to admit, I ain't doing nothing with the youth. I can't do it. I don't have the patience or the tolerance for the youth. Dealing with my grands is youth enough. I'm not spending my free time. Now my husband on the other hand, he has a way with young males, you know. Hey me, thank you for stopping through. He has a way of talking to the young guys, giving them advice, giving them source materials for, finding work, so you don't need to be on the streets hustling. There's no retirement plan, no medical plan for hustlers. Get yourself a job. It's never too late. And like from where he grew up, like a lot of his family were street dudes. And it makes both of us happy when we hear about, one of the guys or women, decided to give the street life up and go legit. And the fast money is easy money, but it also comes with, severe consequences. I know quite a few people that are doing time. And there's one guy, well, he's 40 now, but he went into the system at 17 and he won't get out until he's about 56. That's a, you know, life, you know? But his father was in and out of jail, his mother was on drugs. Good morning, Lisa. Thank you for stopping through. Happy New Year. It's really sad. And my husband could have easily gone that route. But luckily for him, he had me to help keep him on the straight and narrow for the most part. And not that I was out on the corners, but I've dealt with my share of, street dudes, hustlers, getting money. That's the reason why I didn't finish college when I first went, because that street life, I loved it. Couldn't get enough of it. But, it took, you know, I would say my husband and I, we were meant for each other. And, we're definitely one another's soulmate because we just have a way of bringing out the best of both of us and, really working as a team. Um, Now I feel like I'm really rambling. Um, So let me go to the chat until I think of some more stuff to ramble about because I don't really have anything planned. Um, exactly. I never got involved or spoke bad about drama. I feel you, Mrs. Murph. And here's me. That's my Philly sister. Again, thank you for coming through. Hey, Spottum, thank you for coming through. Fox with drama. It's a common tactic to try to pressure certain chatter supporters to toe a line. I've experienced that, and it happens to Mac a lot. Yeah, and what I'll say, sorry, one thing I'll say is, depending on the mood I'm in, I'll go back and forth to a certain extent. Before I went on my hiatus, the end of last January, early February, the trolls were really coming at me hard in Photon's chat. Um, I have my suspicions of who they were, or who they are. Um, Folks can't take the truth. It is what it is. If you don't do fuck shit, you won't get called out on fuck shit. But again, it's really not my place. I'm nobody's mama on here. Um, do whatever you're going to do. But, what I'll say is I've changed a lot chat wise from when I first came to the sector till now because I really don't want to offend people. And, it took a while for me to learn that putting the truth in folks' face is offensive. So I bite my tongue a lot. And, now what I'll do is I'll still show support for the most part to the channel holder. If I see that somebody's live, I'll drop in, say my hey, and listen from the clouds. And then like just have it on in the background because I find if I pay attention and my hands are near a keyboard or the buttons on my phone, I'm going to chime in. And a lot of times it's not even worth it. But ooh, ooh, ugh. Bullshit and lies, ooh, it just does something to me, especially when it's blatant, you know? Like people are supposed to be stupid. But, again, do you. The elderly have lived long, they are wise. Yep. And I have a lot of stories to tell, a lot of knowledge to impart. Oh, I love being around them. Excuse me. We control tactic to try to force people to pick a side. And that's one thing that I don't do. Um, I try to stay as, neutral as possible. I would always say I'm on my own side. I came on here by myself, you know. Um, and you could end up getting a short end of the stick when you pick a side because if folks make up, now you still getting shit on, you know? And who wants to deal with that shit? I don't. Actually, I don't give a shit. But I let people do them. Um, Hi Drip, thank you for stopping through. Someone must have shared me out. Appreciate you for stopping in. Um, Again, happy New Year to everyone. Um, yeah, Mac really gets it. A lot of people get it, and I don't have I'm not a part of a clique. I don't have a recon team. I'm just strolling through these YouTube streets. La 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 la. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, with folks, and nor is it really my business. I mind the business that pays me, and it's not the folks on YouTube. Um, and I really don't care. Hey, Slander, thanks for stopping through. Appreciate the support, Miss T. Pray. If I didn't say it already, no one on here is paying me. Um, no one's paying me for allegiance. I didn't take a blood oath or do a pinky promise to anybody. Um, if you don't fuck with me, just say you don't fuck with me and keep it the fuck moving. I'm not bothering anybody. Um, and no, I'm not gonna say I'm a victim because when you come into the sector, some things are to be expected. And which reminds me, let me throw this back up there. Um, and I'm not looking for anybody to I'm not looking for any protection. Um, but I know the folks that have threatened me. Um, whether it was, threatening to dox me, and I know there were 3 people that did that. Um, the weirdest threat I got was of being exposed for riding the fence. Ooh, okay. And it is what it is. Um, and I prefer respect over loyalty. I don't expect folks, and I think I explained this before, like with loyalty, I don't expect anyone to put me and our relationship ahead of their own goals or intentions. But I do expect that if I show you respect, that I receive respect in return. And really, that's all I ask. I think a lot of people have changed in how we interact or express ourselves since being in the sector of recovery. Yep, that's true. And I think I think I'm going to have to fall back from some folks because it's just not worth it. Hey Raw, thank you for stopping through. I appreciate you. Um Stop going to chats. And one of the posts that I had put on my wall, and this was a little while ago. It's not that I'm afraid of anybody on here. I just don't want to put myself in a position where I have to decide if I want to go as low as I know folks are willing to go. So, I let a lot of stuff slide, and I'll dip out or whatever. Slander. I don't want to be official. Let me stay irrelevant. And I don't give a shit if they mad or not. Just keep it over there. But yeah. Um, because I really want to be on YouTube, to be, entertained, again, collaborate, some new things. And I will say that like if I was really into being a YouTuber or a content creator, I would reach out to Raw because I like how she has her channel set up. I like that she's not talking about the same thing all the time, all the graphics and even the oh my goodness, it's out of my brain. But Raw, when you had, if you're still here, when you had posted, and I want to say Scram, but I don't think it's Scram, but whatever it was, I had looked into it and I was like, ooh, that looks like something I would be interested in doing. And my husband said, nope, no, you don't. You got enough going on. Don't put something else scrum. They said, thank you, Raw. Because oh my goodness. And I thought that I would be good at it. But the mister said no. You have enough plates you juggling. So fall back, sis. We trying to retire. Stop trying to put more on yourself when you're supposed to be moving some things. Oh, really? My weekends are really for the grandkids, which I'm trying to make more time for, even though a sister be tired. I'd be really tired after dealing with them. Um, and I know, excuse me, Wednesday night, I swear I fell asleep about 9:30 and didn't wake up until like 10 o'clock yesterday morning. I was exhausted. So I missed ringing in the new year, but the mister was asleep too. So no harm, no foul there. Okay, Joe. Um and see now you telling me it's a weekend class and I really don't want to sneak to do it. So I'm gonna leave it on. Don't tell me no more, don't tell me no more. um okay, I might broadcast this game I beat yesterday. And I really enjoy Joe and Last Call on Friday nights. But I had no idea that Last Call had been around the vicinity of the sector until that old receipt was played. But I fuck with him. I really like him. And I wouldn't mind doing a collaboration with him. I am old. I'm pushing 60. I'm pushing 60. And I'm going to kind of blame drama too, because I stayed up to watch dramas live, knowing good and well I should have just waited to watch the replay. Um, what else can I talk about? Um, I don't know. Let's see. Let me drop the link. I don't want anybody to feel pressured, but if anybody wants to come up, you're more than welcome to. And I mentioned about me and my opinion getting back into the vibes and wine. We don't have a date yet or a topic. I know there was a topic that she wanted to discuss. Um, and maybe we'll start with that. I also want to reach out to TMK to discuss the financial planning. You know, uh, financial planning in regards to, excuse me, preparing uh, preparing for retirement. And another thing is, me doing this YouTube stuff, I don't want it to feel too much like work. Which is why I haven't reached out to Raw or anyone else, to go full dive into the waters, because I don't want to be that into it, if that makes any sense. Um, what else is there? I think I spilled, you know, enough of my personal business out there. Oh, you had something to do with it, brother? Good for you. Uh-huh. And how long have I been on here? 43 minutes. If nobody wants to come up, I don't mind ending it. Um, so that this was a live of some sorts. Out with the old and with the new. Content coming soon. And again, if anyone is interested in the ups, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me do as I've been trained. Hello?
It ain't time to go yet.
Can't sneak out.
You didn't get the whole hour in.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm
Wonderful.
wonderful. I rambled on for about 40 minutes,
That's
you
okay.
know.
That's a good ramble. I like I find that
Hey,
more
YouTube
interesting.
Unfolded.
I find
I'm
it
sorry, say that
interesting.
again.
I always find it interesting when people give you a little peek into them personally. So we spend a lot of time like in chats and talking about very specific things. And so it's
Mm-hmm.
always to me refreshing just to hear people just having normal conversation that you would have that
Yeah.
we seem to tend to think that that's not possible.
Yeah, and I know you shared, some of your history about, how you were as a youth, and how far you've come,
Yeah.
today. And, for me, um, I'll just say this. I had a lot of fun in the late 80s.
listen, you know, uh, I cannot look, we well, there is that, right? We made it through that time, so
Right.
but no, I had fun, you know what I'm saying? It's just
Mhm.
I think, as I get older, I just more and more I start to reflect on it, and I think about some of the close calls and some of the people I hurt and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So I still have problems with some of that when I do my reflections, but I can't tell
Mhm.
you, like, waking up and I knew, like, where I was headed. I knew I was headed to the block. I knew what I was gonna do. If you
Mhm.
could, hang
Hello.
out uh
Hi.
well, hello,
Hey.
How
How
are
are
you?
you? I'm
I'm good.
wonderful. Thank you for coming up.
hello that.
Happy
I'm s-
New Year to you. Hey,
Happy
brother
New
of a
Year to you
certain age.
too.
Happy New Year, happy New Year.
I
But
didn't
go
mean to
ahead, brother.
interrupt. Yeah, I
Oh, I'm
just wanted to
sorry.
come up and say hi. Happy New Year. I'm gonna drop back down.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I
I'm in
appreciate
the
you.
chat. All right. Take care.
Alright.
All
Bye.
right, toodles. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were
Oh,
saying.
I enjoyed, because I knew I was gonna be hanging out with my friends, making a little money,
Mhm.
my drinking, my smoking, and and whatever else came with the day, I enjoyed myself during it. It's just, you
Mhm.
know, upon reflection, you know how destructive some of the stuff was. So that I still
Oh
struggle with it.
yeah. And for me, yeah, I like them streets. I like the fast action. For whatever reason, you know how when you're young, you think you could beat the world, and
Absolutely.
I was one of them folks. Like I said, I'm not scared of anybody, but I've known the fights that I've been in. And I've been in it where, I had to call my boyfriend, because I was mouthing off, to
Yeah,
some dudes that was trying to hit on me or whatever, not thinking of the consequences
right.
that could have happened. Um I'm not sure if I shared this story on here or with my opinion, but I was working a little fast food job, you know. And I'm talking to my girlfriend or whatever. And I was working, I was serving the customers, but there was this one guy that was in the back of the line that thought I was just bullshitting. But I was handling customers, but I was talking. And he started calling me all sorts of bitches and this, that, and the other. And here I am. Fuck you. What you gonna do about it? Yada
Absolutely.
yada yada yada. He told me he was gonna fuck me up what time you get off, and me and my dumb ass told him what time I got off.
As well you should at that age.
So after he left, and he was like, I'll see you at 11 o'clock or whatever time it was. I was like, oh shit. So here I go. Call my boyfriend. And here he comes up to meet me after work with his friends and his cousins.
Mhm.
And just a sidebar, some of them cousins are doing life for murder
Right.
right now. But that could thankfully the guy didn't show up. But just imagine if he did. Now because of me and my smart ass mouth, got into to some shit that I couldn't handle, and I could have got all of them in trouble. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I done, ran up in people's houses and all kind of shit
Mm,
when I was a teenager because of, it's because of phone calls I got. So
yeah,
I know it could get there, but, at that time, you ain't really thinking about it. We thinking about, the pride and the,
mhm.
ain't gonna let nobody punk me and all this other stuff that
Yeah,
at the end,
yeah.
like, that's why I said, like, I had a good time, but upon reflection, what I'm saying, we made it. So, that's
Knock
why
on wood.
enjoying
Eh,
this life is important
yeah.
now.
And it wasn't until I started having kids and thinking about how reckless my mouth could be, and what could stem from that I started doing work on myself. That's why I say I'm not afraid of anybody on here. I just don't want to open that door again, you know? The vault on that is closed.
Want to leave
So
that close. Leave that close.
yeah, I wanna leave it closed. So, as we say, you can't change others, you can only change, yourself. And so for me, it's to not put myself in a situation where I have to make that choice, you know?
Yeah, and I know everybody's. If you ain't personally had some consequences, or
Mhm.
you know that there was consequences for that stuff. And in the moment, even when stuff happen tragically,
Mhm.
you mourn, you know what I'm saying, you be upset, whatever. But then,
Mhm.
you get back to the bullshit. And I think, like you said, once you started working on yourself, then you realize, like, yeah, that ain't we normalize that, but
Yeah.
that's not a normal thing it's not a normal cycle to be in. Fun to
Slander.
death to, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, to mourning to back to fun
Mhm.
to that, you know what I'm saying? That's not that. I mean, it became normal. We normalize it, but
Yeah.
it wasn't something that but again, we made it. Let me not harp on it. We made it.
Yeah, and with the kids, I tell we tell our daughter, don't call your brothers. You call us.
Yeah.
Because I don't want she like her mama a little bit. But call us, because we could at least be a little rational. A little rational.
Yeah.
And don't put your brothers in a position where they could, be put away or be put down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think, like,
So
yeah, Joe, it's been 20
it's been a
20
lot of years, and I do a lot of self reflection, for better or worse. A lot of times, usually after something's happened or like it's the anniversary of something or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
just go through what's transpired. What could you have done what could I have done differently? Could I have handled that differently? Did you do the best that you can? And if the answer is, I didn't make the best decision, work on that. Don't make the same incorrect decision, you know?
Yeah, it's weird, like, I find myself, even when after I reflect, even when I feel like I did the right thing, it still bothered me sometimes, the stuff that I did or said, even though I felt, even after looking at it, I was like, "Yeah, you was justified," but I'm still trying to figure out a better way I coulda handled it, even
Mhm.
even put in a corner. Sometimes you get cornered and you just fight your way out,
Mhm.
and then
Hey, Pay.
the result may be, maybe not, maybe it may be more extreme than you intended. You
Mhm.
just trying to fight your way out. I still, what I'm saying, I still be trying to figure out a better way that I could have done shit that is
Yeah.
20 years ago and I can't even do nothing about. And shit I
Yeah.
still be trying to figure it out.
Well, as I said, I'm pushing 60, and my husband, he's a little younger than me, but yeah, what we look like out in the street fighting somebody. That's why I tell people don't show up at my house, because you're gonna get what you came looking for.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I feel you.
don't step on my property.
I, I, I keep it moving. I do my best. I'll actually, as big as I am, I actually run from a fight if I can. I'm not trying to get involved in none of that. I will um, defend my. I will do what I need to do, but
Mhm.
I'll leave a fight. If I see some trouble brewing, I'm going. In some places, I don't go now. Even when I get invited to
Yeah.
certain things, I'm like, I
And
can't
and
go there.
yeah. And with me, like doing the back and forth thing, I try to take a breath or a few seconds before responding, because if I just respond outright, it'll be ugly,
Yeah,
and I don't want to go through that, I because I could be vicious, and I don't want to have that blackout moment to where all caution has been thrown to the win, and what we doing?
And
What are we doing?
and you don't even and when you do that blocking out, you don't remember until you don't even know what you did till the shit is,
Yeah.
and people try to tell you what you was doing or what you were saying. You don't even remember
Hmm.
that because you lose it when you lose it like that.
Yeah. And I'm too old for that. I need peace and tranquility.
And you got all it. You trying to roll into retirement like you ain't trying to
I am,
ain't trying.
you know?
You talk about the retirement plan for hustlers. You don't want that.
Hmm.
You don't want that retirement plan up in some private funded or state funded
Exactly.
facility.
And I try to, tell my husband, a lot of times I have to be the voice of reason with him because, one thing he can't stand is, a man putting hands on a woman.
Mm,
And, he'll try to intervene, with talking, or, he has been known to, this was years ago, but throw hands, and then he ends up getting in trouble.
yeah,
And I'm like, I understand you meant well, but you gotta think about your family. I don't want to say fuck them people, but fuck them people,
yeah. And
you
he,
know?
and he probably his intentions are probably like, what's the way I could get out of this situation the same way I came in? But we know people can go from one to 10 or 0 to
Exactly.
100, and then now you there, and
Yeah.
and I'm sure he probably like me. He like, well, I'm getting home today, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
do what I need to do. I'm gonna get home.
Yeah. So he's mellowed out. I've mellowed out. It's still in there, but I want to keep that door closed. So you know it's best for me to remove myself from situations that could end up going there, you know what I mean? And especially in the space that we share on here, because any little slight, you're harassing me, you're threatening me, blah blah blah, never mind what they did, right?
Yeah,
So it's best for me to just disassociate from you know
yeah.
some channels.
It's good to do that. And
Yeah.
you ain't got to do much. You know what I'm saying? The few little things that I kind of got into, I try to deal with it with like little humor, like little fun, little humor, and then just kind of keep it moving. Because tend
I don't think people get my humor.
that's
'Cause
okay.
sometimes I joke and they be serious. I'm like, never mind.
They taking themselves too serious. I think you got to be able to laugh at yourself a little bit. God damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
P is an example. He take a good joke. He throw some shots. He be throwing shots at me saying I look like Santa Claus all the time.
I need P to stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
You might want to clarify that because that, in today's
Oh, I'm sorry. That's an old expression. I
today's day
told
and
him
age.
he got to stop falling for the troll. Don't be troll food.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And when P say wait a minute, when he do that wait a minute,
Yeah.
you know you know it's about to come.
Yeah, I
Hold
know.
hold up. Wait a minute. If you hear that,
But P is funny.
nah, funny as hell, man. And I think like everybody's funny. Like to me, like I've seen moments where everybody's been funny, and
Mhm.
I lean into that, man. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't get a chance to just do that and have a good time. And
Mhm.
I know that's because the way the sector started out, we wasn't having a good time, and you found, like you said, you find yourself siding with somebody, and you might not have the whole story, so you
Mhm.
making comments, and then you get the hold on, sorry about that. And then you get the whole story,
Mhm.
and like, oh, all right, let me fall back.
Yeah, let me fall all the way
Let
back.
me fall back. T Pre, don't laugh at, don't encourage P on that, please. Please, T Pre.
Yeah. So, you and Slander, what is up with the review of Welcome to Dairy?
If we listen, uh,
Come on, man.
it's always timing, but I might be able to do it tonight. I don't know. It's always.
Now,
I mean, we
whenever you,
communicate. Don't get me wrong. Me and him communicate.
okay,
We email, so it's not like, you know what I'm saying. We it's in the works. We just trying to get it on. And I think there's definitely a bet for January. Let me say that.
okay.
It's gonna happen in January for sure.
Well, give us the heads up
Yeah.
when you're going to be doing that, so I could go back and rewatch.
I heard you could I heard you could chat GPT everything and get the information from there. If you really
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go.
for y'all that don't want to rewatch. Did you enjoy it? Let me say that.
Oh, I definitely did.
Okay, good. Because if y'all didn't watch it, please watch Welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry is on HBO Max, right? Watch
Yeah.
8 episodes. They're really good. Watch them because we're gonna have the discussion. Now, don't get me wrong, we ain't gonna need participation because Slander does a really, really good job with the review and analysis and point by point. He does a really good job with that. But I do want people to, chime in and, and see what people's thoughts on the series and the writing and connecting to the universe and the whole Stephen King universe. There's so many ways to go, but yeah.
And the different connections, like anyone's that's like read other books or maybe even seen other movies.
Yeah, they throw a lot of
the connections.
There's a lot of that in there. I was like, oh, did they just? But I'll leave it for the review.
Now, let me ask you this: did you read Stephen King's The Dark Tower series?
No, I only know about it because there was a movie and I didn't watch the movie, so I know. Yeah,
through that movie.
Oh, okay. All right, never
But
mind.
the movies don't be as good as the books.
They can't
But
possibly. Yeah.
I was so hooked on that, the series, the novels, and I was so looking forward, the Dark Tower movie, and I was thoroughly disappointed.
Oh, okay.
Thoroughly.
It's one of those. Let me see how many. Oh shit! How many of those books you read? You read all of these books?
I want to say there were 5,
I'm looking.
maybe 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 7.
Oh, is there one I didn't read?
The Gunslinger.
That's the first one.
Drawing of the Three.
The
Wastelands. Wizard in Glass. Wolves of Kala.
Yeah, I didn't really care for that one.
Okay, so the Song of Susanna.
Yeah.
And then the Dark Towers.
And then the Dark Tower. Yeah. And let me tell you, and I'm not going to give anything away, but for anybody who followed the series, even though the Wolves of Kaya, like, to me, was the worst one in this series, the end of the series had me pissed.
Oh, okay.
But pissed in a good way, if that makes any sense. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
And did the movie do that, at least that part, any justice?
I don't think so.
No.
No, and I'm gonna say no, because it really couldn't hit. No. Okay. I'm just gonna give it a flat out no, because you would have had to me, going through that journey in order, and I don't even really remember the movie. I just know I didn't enjoy it.
Right. Okay.
But you would have had to going through the whole journey, or at least some of the journey, in order for the ending to really hit.
Okay. So so then you can't just throw in the Dark Tower movie and people don't have a reference to a lot of these other books. Okay. Now, did you see The Mist?
I did.
As far as the ending, that's probably one of the for me, like, most surprising, like, it was surprising, heartbreaking. I was upset. It was like everything all in one.
Yeah.
I was like, you have to be kidding me.
Yeah.
They set me up on that. He set me up on that, man.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause you used to
Yep.
when you get used to a certain order of things, I'll leave it at that.
Right.
Those that didn't see it, you get used to a certain order of things, you expect
Yeah.
whatever, whatever, and they was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Nah, we not."
But I kind of like endings like that because everything's not supposed to end with people in a good place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Everything's not supposed to be wrapped up tidy in a bow.
Yeah, but they splattered. They didn't
I
they
know.
they 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 splattered it. And there was no bow, there was no presents.
Hmm.
They just blew it wide open. I'm just like, if you're gonna end in a movie, that's probably
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
and one of my
Hmm.
other it's not a Stephen King, but it's Arlington Road. Did you see that?
I can't remember.
That's Jeff Bridges. What's the guy that was from Shawshank Redemption, the main character? Is it is
Um,
it Hutton? Is it Timothy Hutton?
Robbins,
Robin
Tim Robbins.
Robbins, him,
Hmm.
Jeff Bridges. It's about American terrorism, but I'll
Hmm.
leave it at that if you get a chance. Arlington Road.
Okay,
Really, really. It's
I'll
old.
try
It's
to check it out.
90s. I want to say the 90s, maybe 90s, 2000, somewhere around it.
Hmm.
But yeah, another one of those endings where you're just like, oh, okay. All is not
P, if I'm sorry, P, if you have a minute, you mind coming up? I wanna fuck with you for a minute.
Yeah, P. And that's right. P a movie buff too. That's right. He loved movies, especially old ones.
Arlington, I'm not sure if I saw it. That's not. It's not recent, right?
I want to say 90s, 2000s or something like that.
Okay.
P said no links for 2026. What? What in the
Are you
hell?
going to do me like that, P? This isn't a sector show.
Yeah, P, and you know what I'm saying? You had me excited about the possibilities of chopping it up with you.
That's all right. I don't want him to feel pressure.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold the fuck.
What?
No, I was just doing my P
Oh.
impression. Hold the fuck up.
So while I'm getting on you, what about you and Big Rig Slaps? That's his name, right?
Yeah, yep.
As far as the hip hop.
Still got to do that. Timing. He stepped away for a little bit, and I
Okay.
think he's back now.
It's okay, P.
But it's definitely all of it is timing. Like
Yeah.
I had somebody I know who not Harmony that wrote the book. I got another friend of mine that I went to high school with that wrote a kid's book, but she also
Hmm.
has like a bakery shop and you call it the trucks, like food truck, a bakery truck. She had
Hmm.
a bakery, brick and mortar, and then she
Hmm.
recently last year she wrote a kid's book.
Okay.
And yeah, we talked, and I interviewed her before on my old
Hmm.
podcast, but we talked and I did like a whole preview trailer and found some footage on Instagram
Oh
because
wow.
she was on like Good Morning America and stuff like that. So I threw this thing together, and
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, just the timing, like we just couldn't. All of it is timing, getting on the same
Hmm.
schedule with people,
Yeah.
and that's
I
all it
get
really
it.
is. That's all it really is.
Yeah. And I'm surprised that you were here because I know you work nights.
I was
So I
off.
figured you'd be asleep.
No, I was off last night and tonight. So that's why I was thinking we might be able to review tonight. But I do want to, if I want people to show up and enjoy it. So I don't want to just pop it up, something like that. But it has.
Yeah.
But no, I was off last
I
night,
can dig it.
and I work four nights on, 2 nights off. So my days off and on, there's no rhyme or
Hmm.
reason as far as. So that's usually the thing that stands in the way of my schedule. It's usually it's not usually other people's schedule, it's mine.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I have a little more free time now. I used to be hella busy, but me trying, like I said, trying to organize, downsize, stop doing a few things over. So I have a little more free time, but I like to devote some of this free time, to the family.
Yeah. So now when you say downsize, how is that emotionally doing that? Because if you used to a certain amount of energy you put out, certain amount of things you do, all this stuff you used to, and you talking about changing that.
Oh my goodness. Hard. I'm used to staying busy. And the funniest thing, I had because I have two jobs, and I went, and this is just several months ago, that I had gone to a senior center to volunteer. And as I was, talking to the people or whatever, they offered me a job. So I took that one. And
Mhm.
I
It's
was like, wait a minute.
yeah.
My husband was like,
Uh-huh.
excuse me. So I ended up giving it up, and I may go back to doing a little bit of volunteering, but not much. And when I do it, I want to be able to give it my all. But then on the other hand, the all that I could put into that right now, I could be putting into, my grandkids.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because once we move, I don't know how often I'll get to see them.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm asking because I had the opportunity, probably like a month ago to like sit down for a little while
Mhm.
for like the next 7, 8, 9 months. I had an opportunity just to
Oh, wow.
to um do nothing, and
Mm,
but it would have required me to do nothing and then go into another job or career within
mhm.
that 8, 9 months.
Uh-huh.
So now I've been working for 30 years straight.
Yeah.
I'm just
Mhm.
thought of like, oh man, you know what? I could sit around for a little while. I could take some time, take like a month and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like literally do nothing for a month, get my
Mhm.
health, get all this stuff in order and then get back on the grind like after about a month or two. And I still
Mhm.
be getting paid for another 6 or 7 months.
Nice.
And that would have nothing to do with what I was doing, what my work was, what I would be doing. So I
Mhm.
would be doubling up on my salary. And
Mhm.
I couldn't like sit down. Like I couldn't see like the benefit of me taking a month or two off. So that's why I was asking about like pulling back and downsizing and stop doing some of the stuff you're doing when you've been doing it for 20, 30 years. How are you?
Yeah.
And you don't seem, you say you took another job. So you obviously,
Well, I don't do the senior center anymore.
yeah,
And I've cut back on some of the hours at my other two jobs. And really, aside from, stacking money, really only still working for the medical coverage.
yeah, yeah,
Um because getting it through the company is cheaper than not.
yeah,
Um, but what I find is because I'm so used to being busy, I end up plugging something else into it. So at least now I'm filling in that extra free time with the grandkids.
right, right.
And let me tell you, dealing with them, takes a lot more out of me than working any job.
How many grands you got?
I have three.
Oh, okay.
No, I have. Wait a minute now. I have five, three kids, five grands.
Okay. Yeah, I can imagine that takes a little bit out of you.
Oh my goodness, because I got to be the entertainment between me and Papa. But it's all good. And like I said, cherish those moments. And
Absolutely.
because I had such a close relationship with my grandparents and my husband, you know, he was close to an extent with his grandparents. We really want to spend as much time with our grandkids so that they get that feeling in their experience. Because with our children, like my parents and his parents, our children don't have that bond with
Right.
either set of our parents. But I couldn't force it on them. It was something that had to be natural, and it wasn't. Hey, TMK, thank you for coming through. So I really do want to, we really want to do that with our grandkids.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't have any grands. I don't seem like any is in the works. I'd say all right.
Well, that could be good.
Yeah, well listen, but my actual kids are 33, 17, and 7. So it's not like
Oh, that's right.
yeah, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? My
God bless you.
my little guy, he definitely
Mm,
oh shoot, I
yeah.
gave TMK the flower and the heart. My bad, TMK.
So do you mind, talking about how you have children so spread apart? Was it just circumstances, just how things came about?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was yeah, definitely teenage father, so that wasn't, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And 17-year-old, a little more wisdom.
Yeah.
And then being 45, no. Totally
Hmm.
unexpected. So,
Yeah.
but my, my bad, TMK.
Now, are they close?
My two youngest are, yeah,
Okay.
their their birthdays on the same day.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah.
Mm.
And my oldest is closer to the 17-year-old, obviously. They're sisters, and she was
Yeah.
like a second mom to her. So
Mhm.
they
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just been just I guess I'll as I go along, and I could use, my life examples and things like that as either cautionary or inspirational tales. As I go along,
Yeah.
I'll talk a little bit more about it.
I tell you, when I had my first kid, I was like, and mind you, I was in my 20s, but I was like the oldest
Mm.
um uh
He's the last one.
soon to be mom.
Yeah.
When I would go to my doctor's visits, and I would just be like, wow, wow.
Mhm.
I felt like an old head, but I was only in my 20s.
Yeah. Stop. Because everybody, but
But that
everybody,
was just how young the other, women,
yeah,
girls were,
yeah, everybody was having
you
it.
know?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was on with my first daughter, her mother they had like she had to go to a school. They had to take her out of the school, put her like in the pregnant school because we was teenagers. So that's
Mm.
how long that was, where they was like, actively trying to hide the teen pregnancies from the regular kids. So if you
Uh,
got pregnant, they put you in a different school, a total different school.
at least she didn't get sent down south.
Mm.
I don't know if you ever knew that, but I know at least here, a lot of times girls would be sent with family down south that had
It
a
happened.
baby.
Yep, remember that disappear for a while and come back
Hmm.
a couple of years later when like, who's that?
Yeah.
That's your little cousin. That's your oh. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way things turned out is how it helped me because
Yeah.
I was the direction I was going in. Like I needed
Hmm.
something to jolt me and be like, all right, you got something to focus on as opposed to hanging out in the street and stuff like that. I would
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this because you mentioned being out there. You find that do you share with people a lot about your how you was as a kid?
Share with people like who?
In general, like if you talking, if somebody like maybe like I don't know, like a coworker who may be
Oh
talking
yeah.
about something. And do you find now, like the person you are now, people are like shocked, like you
Oh yeah. They
believe it?
are.
I get that all the time where people like
Because
you
because
see
I'm very what do my kids call me? They say I'm emotionless because I don't have that like instant reaction. Remember I said I try to take a moment or two
yes.
before reacting. So my kids will be like hyper and expect me to be the same way. But I really ought to like take that beat, but I automatically start thinking like, how do we get a resolution? What do I need to do to resolve this, that, and the other? And so they call that emotionless, but I said no, it's really me having my emotions in check.
Right.
Like they don't think that, anything ever bothers me. They think that, I'm a square. Well, they don't use the word square. Um, but the nerd, the bookworm, all about business, this that.
Mhm.
And I'd be like, let me tell y'all something.
Yep, yep, yep.
Your father and I got stories for days, and
Yeah,
they like, nah, you lying. And I be telling them, trust me when I tell you, we've done it all, we've seen it all. It's really nothing new under the sun. So when I'm giving you advice on what to do or what not to do, it's not that I'm trying to, hurt you or not let you, have fun or whatever. I'm trying to keep you out of harm's way because I know, we know how things could end up, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Yeah, and I think like until and you haven't, and luckily for them and whoever else, they haven't had to see you go there because people haven't tried you in that way, at least in their presence. They haven't seen you have to go there, but it's there. If they ever wanted to see it, your kids and your grandkids,
Yeah.
if they ever wanted to see it, they let somebody mess with any of them, then they might be like, oh,
The daughter, she'll try it every now and then.
mm,
You
okay.
know,
All
so sometimes the mister gotta, like tug on the back or tug my shirt or whatever.
right.
You know, I like watch who you talking to now. Because I try to give them leeway, and
Yeah,
we always told our children speak up for yourself. Explain yourself. This, that, and the other. I don't know or because I wanted to isn't a good enough reason.
right.
And so with us giving them the freedom to express themselves, sometimes they could get a little overboard. And I gotta remind them, we're not your peers.
Yeah, yeah,
We're still your parents. Now, if you want us to, you know, if you want to treat us like you peers, I can do that. But you not
yeah.
you not gonna like it.
It ain't gonna turn out how you think. It definitely ain't
Yeah.
gonna turn out how you
This
think.
really ain't what you want.
And that's
But even with that, they will get surprised. And I've done it a few times, but they will be surprised. Like, oh my goodness, why are you mad? Why are
yeah,
you
yeah.
this? Oh, really? I'm just acting like this for no reason.
And you know what? I raised my kids the same way where I want them to because I could be wrong in the situation. And so
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
I've never just been like, all right, well, because I said so type thing. I don't mind explaining. Matter of fact, I probably, lecture them until they roll their eyes and like, okay, I get it.
Mhm.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I've always encouraged them to stand up for themselves and not to let anybody, no matter what, you want to challenge something. If something's and it just the way you talk to me though. If
Right.
I'm wrong or there's something I'm missing,
You still have
let's
to be respectful with it.
let's have a
You know
conversation.
what I mean?
We ain't got to do that.
Hey, lady.
Hello, Buttercup. Hey,
I
honey
forgot to
bunny.
put my
Happy
banner up.
New Year, bro. Yep. We'll just let anybody on up here.
I
CBMO,
know.
you got to. This is a write up to me, or is this a verbal warning, or is this a write up?
Yeah, you gotta reprimand me. I didn't put my banner up. I'm sorry.
Oh no, honey, I'm not gonna bring the switch out. This is your first solo, so I will give you grace. And
And you
see that
know,
you hush over there. You hush over there. Look at you. Get him. Discipline. Discipline. Just fat. Just coming all up here. Get her. Get her. See how they be doing.
we're just up here shooting the shit.
Absolutely, honey. But you know, I couldn't get nobody to come up this way, so now I gotta go drive down to this 5 minutes away. So I want
Okay.
to come up and show you some love before I get out of here.
All right. Well, I appreciate you. You know that.
And you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I
I could
adore you.
talk forever, but I don't want to bore everybody.
How would I know that? Okay, Darkness, I love and I adore you, and I'm so
I
glad
love you too.
this 2026 is starting off just the way it should. And brother, while we up here, what you got to tell me, and what day should I be marking out for you, love?
StreamYard is acting up. I can't hear you.
Okay, so when you do the replay, what I was asking you is when will you be? Now you got some things because you done send me some things. So when you get this replay, you go ahead and tell me your time and your date, which is a smart ass. Now I adore you, and I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
You too, lady.
All
Have a
right,
good day.
darling.
All right.
All
Bye
right,
bye.
thanks.
I swear I be planning stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
if I show people what I set up in my StreamYard, you set them up. I got stuff in there that I got thumbnails, everything. I just leave them on private till I know. I don't make them public until I know I could do it. But I got
Mm-hmm.
plan on top of plan, and thumbnail and
That would
description.
drive me bonkers.
Yeah,
Like on my calendar, you know how you can have your tasks. I do not like to see unfinished tasks. I
yeah,
like it to be, you know, taken care of.
yep, yep.
Thanks, TMK. I appreciate you.
Hardest working man in
Yeah.
this space anyway. He take a soundbite from this and make a song, and it'd be up. It's 11:30. I think it'd be up 11:35. Complete with him doing all the background singing and the lead singing, playing
Hmm.
the instruments.
Very talented.
Yeah, yeah. From the
A
other
lot of
side.
talent in the sector.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like starting out, I wouldn't even have known who like a lot of people are just because the way things was set up. And when I
Hmm.
first got up here, it was like, okay, yeah, y'all want to stay away from over there because that's that's like they doing other stuff over there, and you don't
Hmm.
want to be involved in that. And then I'm starting to listen, and so I'm like, all right, yeah, let me stay away from there. I'm like, all right,
Hmm.
let me see what that. Oh, I'm like, oh, this is
Hey, you say
that's the homie too, another Philly brother. Okay, okay,
Philly, Philly.
yeah, he on that what fight was it? Was it Canelo and was it Canelo
Don't
and
ask me.
Crawford? I think it was Canelo and Crawford. Yeah, brother
Hmm.
gave me like 4 hours of his time on the stream. It was
Oh yeah.
one. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Nice.
People are like really, really supportive here. So
Hmm. Yeah. And see how you can get support without it being fuckery. Now
yeah,
it may not be, you may not have the views,
yeah,
but it's all good.
yeah. I mean,
The
part of
views
that
of
is
you.
you get and you like for me, I'm still like learning how to do this too.
Yeah.
And I do want the people that show up to be genuine supporters. So if it's three,
Right.
4, 5 of them, that's good. We can
Right.
rock. I'm like you. I talk for hours. I always say I interview a tree stump and just sit there.
Mhm.
Just, a couple of little things come back my way, and I'll be like, and another thing, and another thing.
And one more thing. Oh,
Yeah,
I just remembered.
yeah, yeah. And that's why it's like we are so similar, and we are way more similar than we are different, no matter what. And
Mhm.
people, I find the more I open my mind to different people and different cultures, and just listening to
Yeah.
people out. And it's like, in genuine, people just want to live the best life. They want to, do the best for their
Right.
family. They want to do the best for their family, and have a little
Mhm.
fun along the way. And that's pretty much most people.
Yeah.
So if you could connect that right there and have a conversation with anybody.
Exactly. When I was, I had wrote some things for when my maternal grandmother passed away, because I think I get the gift of gab from her. But one of the things I mentioned is that she never met a stranger that she couldn't have a conversation with,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
she would talk to anybody and everybody.
yeah,
And it doesn't cost you anything to be nice and say hello. You know?
yeah. That's a
Yeah.
supermarket, on the stoop,
Mhm.
in the yard.
Yeah.
You just having a conversation. It was, and I hate to be like back in the day type of thing, but it was a lot more community based where everybody kind of knew each other because we all spoke to
Right.
each other.
Right.
And you knew like around the Christmas times, like
Mhm.
the where I grew up was Spanish, but there was Puerto Rican. You knew around Christmas time there was gonna be music, live music. There was gonna be
Mhm.
you knew it. You know what I'm saying? You knew it. Like because we had like the Chinese stores, Asian people, we had Jamaicans, they're all different kind of people, and you just, you know what I'm saying, you just ingratiated yourself. Everybody knew each other, mostly through the parents. The parents knew each other,
Mhm.
and it just seemed like it was just more, I could be wrong. It seemed like it was just more respect for each other and each other's
Yeah.
culture, and more inclusion. You didn't like you say, your grandmother. It didn't matter who came to your house. If did they eat? Did you eat? You had
Mhm.
something? No, no,
Yep.
no. I'm gonna get you a plate, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter.
Mhm. If
Sure.
she was picking us up from school and we had friends with us, tell your friends to get in the car.
Yep.
They getting a ride too.
Yep.
Mhm.
Used to load up.
Yeah.
My mother had that station wagon. We used to go to the drive-in movie theater. She put like a blanket, put everybody in the back in that little back market part.
Yeah.
Go into the drive-in
Yeah.
theater, and yeah, we dating ourselves now, but yeah.
Oh, those were the days. Definitely dating ourselves. But
Speaker,
but you know
speaker
what?
in the
It
window.
beats the alternative.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Getting
Listen,
older, you know?
that's it. Embrace all the grays, the wrinkles, all of that.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Mhm. When folks call me old, thank you.
That's it.
Thank you. It
Like
beats
you
the
said,
alternative.
I was gonna say that's my I'm gonna steal that beast alternative.
That's what I always say. You're not hurting me. You better hope to live to see these days, you know?
That's it. That's it.
Tomorrow isn't promised to anybody.
Anybody, the next minute,
Yeah.
you don't know. So enjoy it.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna hop down. I
All
appreciate
righty. Well,
having.
thank you for spending some time with me.
Yeah, yeah, I stole what did I stole like 45 minutes. You was trying to get out of here before putting you in an hour. You hear that?
I didn't want to be rambling about nothing.
Look, and I got my clipboard too, the hall monitor. And so she tried to do less than an hour. She didn't put her banner up. I'm I'm, I'm turning this in to Miss
Turn
Deanna.
it in, turn it in. Oh, but you were here at the beginning when I was talking about wanting to do uploads,
Yes.
like having conversations. Well, we
Mhm.
pretty much did that
Well, now
just now.
you can have StreamYard when you're done, chop this up.
How?
When you're done with this
Uh-huh.
and its processes, there's a thing it says generate content, and
Hmm.
it'll find like minute, 2 minute, 3 minute pieces of this
Okay.
conversation, and it'll generate it itself. It'll just send you an email when it's done, and you
Okay.
come back and you don't have to use them, but you can pick them and then just upload them as shorts and stuff like that. Anytime you do it, it should be able to chop up your conversations.
Okay. Maybe I'll look into that. That
Yeah,
sounds
and
like work. That
you
sounds
gotta
like work.
you don't even gotta use them. You don't even gotta use them. Stop. But yeah,
But I might check it out because
check.
I do see that Raw's been doing that.
Mhm.
Like taking snippets from her lives and putting them out as shorts. So that
It
is
does it for you.
cool.
It generates them for you, and it takes it based
Ah.
off of that particular thing. So if we're talking about a topic, it usually
Mm,
will take that topic and package it up. And you
okay.
don't all you do is press generate, and then it'll generate.
Oh, I don't have to give specifics.
No, it'll generate. You can do it. You can go through it yourself if you got timestamps. You can go through it yourself and cut
No.
out stuff. you, you can edit right in
In
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
You can edit in there,
Okay.
but you can just have it generate pieces of content, and it'll do that for you.
Now, when I do that, will it keep the original?
Yeah, it just generates those based on,
Okay.
and it'll be like one like folder file, and
Okay.
you'll be able to see all the content. It's not going to do nothing to your main thing is not going to do anything to that.
Hmm.
It's going to take pieces of this, and then you can use them or not. You can drop it, you can download them, edit them, and do if you like you say
Hmm.
you want to do no work, but if you want to do something specific with them, you can drop it down, edit it, and bring it back up and release it, or you can take the piece that they give you and just
Hmm.
publish it.
Okay. Something to think about.
Yep,
I
yep.
appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me up, and I will see you around for sure.
All right. Take care.
All right. Peace out.
Peace. So, um, I think I've talked everybody's ears off enough. So no one else is coming up. So good time to end it. Thank you everyone that came into the chat to let me know they were here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, let's go. Hey,
What's going on? How you feel?
I'm wonderful. How about yourself?
I can't complain. I don't want much of nothing. I said, let me just in case you blow up. I said, let me be on your live stream so I can say I was there.
I ain't trying to blow up. I cammed at the beginning of the live. I cammed up from the neck down to like the chest. That's all I was giving them.
I hear you.
Just so folks knew I was a real person.
Yeah. You need that around here. You know what I mean?
So how are you?
All is good, sis. All is good. I can't complain one bit. You know, it's a new year.
Happy New Year.
Ready for some new things.
Yes.
Finishing off some old stuff. That's all.
Okay.
So how is this your first one?
This is my hey beautiful. This is my I guess third live. Like the first one I did was a test. This is the first one I did solo. I did 2 lives with My Opinion or quote unquote vibes and why. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm getting a little more comfortable with it.
Oh, that's cool.
I could talk for days.
Oh yeah. Give me 1 second, sister. Give me one moment.
No problem.
Sorry about that.
You're okay.
Yeah. My phone was blowing up. I didn't know if it was the wife calling from upstairs. I thought I might have been talking too loud. I didn't know she's on a call.
Okay.
But but I like I said, I was actually in a meeting, so I couldn't I didn't even see that you had gone live.
That's fine.
But I just reset it so I can get all your notifications and everything.
Okay. I'm trying to do a little something over here.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Did you do anything for the new year?
I slept. I slept right through it.
I hear you.
Did you do anything?
Nothing wrong with it. We went to the house of some friends.
Okay.
I don't really do the going out thing
Yeah.
on New Year's. I had a bad experience with that years ago at a club on South Street.
Oh
You know,
man.
yeah, back in the day, we call ourselves going to hang
Mm-mm.
out in one of the classy clubs.
Mm-hmm.
I wound up going home with blood on me about 2 feet from a murder.
It was
I was
still in
like,
Philly, wasn't it?
yeah,
Classy or
yeah,
not, it's still in Philly.
yeah. So I was like, you know what? People get a little too crazy
Yeah.
on New Year's Eve, so
Yeah.
I'm good on that. If we don't go
It,
to a restaurant or something, we just
hmm
going to hang out with some close friends or keeping it at home. So
Yeah, we haven't gone out, you know, in decades. We usually do a little, New Year's thing at home with the family, but
mhm.
everybody was doing their own thing. Thank goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, and I slept. We both
Did you?
slept. My husband and I, we both slept. Slept right
Okay,
through it.
I
Hmm
hear you. That's what's up. Yeah, it's sometimes that's the best way to bring it in. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
probably just gonna. It seemed weird, a little bit weird, like in the middle of the week and everything, because then you
hmm
still got stuff you got to do to finish the week out. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to chill. My son's coming over. Both of them
Okay.
coming over tomorrow. Hang out with
hmm
them. Watch some
Okay.
football. And
When's the last time you've been to Philly?
oh, it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit. I gotta come up. I gotta come up there though.
Yeah.
I got it. You know what's crazy? Because I don't even own any damn winter clothes. So I got to be careful about when I do visit, because
And
I
it's
ain't trying to
definitely
get
cold
stuck.
right now.
You know, it's been so long since I really experienced real cold weather. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, so
Mm.
like I said, I think I got maybe one coat that might be
Wow.
sufficient. You know what I mean? But
Uh-huh.
I got to get up there. I got some stuff I need to take care of. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop.
And
Yeah.
now Hoodie is supposed to be at doing his comedy
Oh, really? Hey,
here.
what, on South Street, or they got a new comedy club, or they still got the ones on South Street?
Um it looked like a little restaurant. I forget
Okay.
where it's at. But
Hoodie is
it's
doing his
excuse me.
thing.
But it's on January 31st.
Uh-huh.
And me and the husband are actually going to be out of town that weekend.
Uh-huh.
So I won't be, because I was going to try to, go and show support, but we're not even going to be in town that weekend. So I have to try him if he comes to Philly again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. He's really doing his thing, and it's awesome because I'm telling you that
Yeah.
trying to, comedy, I've never done comedy,
Mm-hmm.
but I know how difficult it is because there's so many
Yeah.
comedy clubs in LA. And I
Mm-hmm.
always loved visiting the comedy clubs. And it's just,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to sit, especially if you could sit close to the stage. You know what I mean? They
Mm-hmm.
used to have they always had like like you got the laugh factory. You got the
Yeah.
what is it? There's a couple in Hollywood. There's a couple on what is it? On Pico Comedy Union.
Mm-hmm.
J. Anthony Brown used to have something in Inglewood called the J Spot.
Okay.
And but it's and it's so crazy. Like when you see people performing comedy, it's amazing because
Yeah.
it's so subjective. What might be funny to one person is just downright stupid to the
Right.
next person. So to really
Right.
appease your audience, I'm sure it's difficult. And I
Right.
remember I used to do years ago. They used to have this thing called the Pitch Fest. So
Mm-hmm.
when I first moved, I was doing a lot of stuff, getting myself as really established with, working with producers and studios
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
so I had gone to one of these pitch fests where they have like a bunch of agents and producers and whatnot. And before I got
Mm-hmm.
tied in with an agency and management and whatnot. So you're
Mm-hmm.
pitching your movie script pitches to
Hey,
these people,
thank you for coming through.
you
I'm
know,
here.
and when you pitch a comedy script to someone, it
Uh-huh.
is, and you're looking for a reaction on their
Mm-hmm.
face, like
Right.
that they're getting it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I can imagine in a room full of people, plus you're dealing with hecklers and
Yeah, I
whatever
couldn't do
else
it.
comes with it. So I all kudos to him for having
Yeah,
the nerve to do it and the talent to pull it off. That's awesome.
yeah, he definitely has the courage, and it goes to show it's never too late,
Oh yeah, for sure.
to follow your dream or start
Yeah,
something new.
yeah, absolutely. That's what's up. Yeah, so just glad to
Okay, one moment, please.
yeah.
But I have a question for you, but I gotta put my banner up before hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Life is going on. How are you?
I'm I'm good. Why you got the banner up?
Because it may not have been you.
Okay. Well, it's me.
But UT, I want to ask you.
Yo, Photon, what's going on, bro?
Hey, Happy New Year. Am I right?
Same to you. Same to you. I'm sorry, what was you saying, sis?
What are your thoughts on Bilal and his tells?
Yo, let me tell you, it's crazy because listen, I've known these guys for years. I've known Bilal. Let me see. I met Bilal through Charlie Mack in around 91 or 92. We used to all play ball over this place in Voorhees, New Jersey on every Wednesday night. We had a league over there. We used to play ball every Wednesday night. And Charlie played all the time.
Yeah.
But Bilal didn't play ball, but he would just tag along with Charlie. Know, what was it called? Platinum Productions that does the shows and everything. They used to do the gospel plays and everything. All them guys. Built Ingram.
Wait, you talking about Charlie Mack, the first out the limo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Charlie, Bill Ingram, Nick Reed, bunch of guys. They still do shows, I believe, right? But that's how I met Bilal. But Bilal never played ball. But I knew he hung out with them.
Right.
And so Charlie was in LA with first it was Tron. I don't know if you know Tron.
No.
But Tron from South Philly. Remember the Tough Crew, my part of town?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Monty G. That's Tron is Monty's brother.
Okay.
Right? But first Charlie was Will's bodyguard. No. First was my Lawrence. Lawrence grew up. We all grew up on the same block. Lawrence lived about 5 doors up from me. Will lived in the next block. So Lawrence was his first bodyguard. Then Charlie. Then he moved to LA, and Tron went out to LA with him. And then him and Tron had a falling out. Now, the irony of it is Tron was going to do a tell-all book years ago.
Yeah.
Yep. He sent me the notes to it. I'm talking about it had some salacious stuff in it. Yeah, he sent me the notes.
Wow.
And then him and Will, but it was like he had the information, but he really his falling out with Will wasn't that bad. He really kind of wanted to get back in Will's good graces. You know what I mean? So he wasn't trying to push the envelope too much. You know what I mean? But I had the notes to it, but then Charlie moved out to LA. But yeah, all that stuff I've seen. Listen, I ain't never been in no, you know what I mean, that kind of setting with them, but I know people that have. But I've seen some stuff. Let me tell you, I was at a party that Will had at CAA on Santa Monica Boulevard, right? And so I'm talking. I was standing. It was in the lobby. As a matter of fact, the party was for Terrence Howard.
Okay.
And so it was right after he had been nominated for the Academy Award for Hustle and Flow.
Okay.
So I'm standing there. It was me, Will, and this guy named Lamont Kane. Lamont was like one of the producers of All About the Benjamins. So I'm standing there talking to Will and Lamont, and Will's back was to the door. And somebody comes in, hugs Will from behind, and kisses him on the back of the neck. and Will didn't even flinch.
Like he was used to it.
That's exactly what I said. I'm like, who the fuck? You know what I mean? I got a lot of buddies that I love to death, but not near one of them better come up and kiss me, put their arm around me from behind and kiss me on the back of my damn neck. You know what I mean? And so what happened was he did not flinch at all. And you know who it was?
Who?
Heavy D. Yep.
Just say it ain't so.
Yep. And I was like, yo, it's some different kind of folks. You know what I mean?
Rest in peace, Heavy.
Yeah, yep. For real.
Wow.
But but like I said, I'm not surprised. Now, I haven't seen Bilal in a few years. Last time I saw Bilal was in the lobby of the Four Seasons. He was selling because all them guys, they was tied in with, just by virtue of being with Will. They was tied in with so many different people, and Bilal was selling these upscale watches. I don't even know what kind of watches they was. If it was custom watches, but whatever it was like 5 and 6 figure watches. And he was talking to people in the lobby, and you know what I mean? People knew him just like I said, because he was so tight with Will. But but all the stuff that he's saying, I've seen it. I mean, in terms of his Will's interactions with people, because that night, what's the name was with Will. Jada was not with Will at that party in Terrence Howard. He was with Dwayne Martin that night. So it was I got pictures. That night. Let me see. I had some pictures. Lisa, what the heck is Lisa Ray was
Lisa
there?
Ray.
It was a bunch of people.
And you hear the stories and you're like, nah, that can't be true. But then you hear more stories, like, well, it had to be some truth to it, right?
Yep.
Wow.
I've seen some stuff, and like I said, I never really had that experience with, the closest situation I had to where like somebody kind of came at me wrong was I had a meeting with this guy named Mitch Davis. Mitch Davis is Clive Davis's son, right? And a buddy of mine had called me and said, look, he's working on his project and he's looking for some writers. Why don't you reach out to him? Right. So I was like, all right, cool. So we met. I happen to have a buddy of mine in town from Philly. And me and him had worked on some projects together. Right. So I was like, yo, why don't you roll with me to this meeting? So he's like, all right, cool. So we went, and it was supposed to be a lunch meeting. Right. So we're there in the lobby waiting for Mitch to come. Mitch shows up. And when he gets there, I'm like, good to meet you, yada, yada, yada. Mitch, this is my buddy, so-and-so. This is, I said, no, I didn't say my buddy. I said my partner, so-and-so. This is Mitch, right? Mitch looks at me and he looks at my boy and he says, your partner or your partner?
Whoa.
And I guess I couldn't control the West Philly in me came out. Like, what the fuck did you just ask me? You know what I mean? And I didn't say it, but I guess he saw the expression on my face. And he was like, you know what I mean? And the thing about it is, in that environment, you know what I mean? You don't necessarily have to be with it, but you better not act like it just, you know what I mean? Like it disgusts you. You know,
okay. You gotta keep it cool.
Yeah, you better act like I'm just gonna play it off and act like whatever. And let me tell you something. Since that meeting, it was supposed to discuss the project and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
That meeting was over in 3 minutes. As soon as he saw my reaction, he was like, "Oh, you know what? I got something just came up. I gotta go. I'll be in touch with you." And I ain't never heard from them full sense. That shit was over. Yep.
Well, and then you moved on to bigger and better things.
But like I said, the thing about it is when you're in those places, you just never know who's who. So you just kind of you know what your limitations are, but you try not to be offensive. You know what I mean? My manager in the Sony lot, and so I was on and off the Sony lot a lot, and some of the people that you run into in the hallways, and I mean, at a certain point, they make sure that there's diversity in the staff, so we'll call it that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you just be aware of who's around, be aware of your language and whatnot.
Yeah.
Try not to be offensive to anyone, but by the same token, you're just not dealing with somebody coming at you any old kind of way either.
Right. So, I can dig it, but wow. Hey, Photon, what's up? Thank you for your patience.
Oh, what's up? What's going on? Happy New Year to you too. I just
Happy New Year.
On the Adulterated Truth was saying, I just found out you were live and want to hear what you're talking about. I just want to know, why don't you ever tap my link? I mean, what's going on? Either you too, and
I've tapped your. Are you talking to me or you two?
Yes.
Both of us.
Yes.
I've tapped your link before.
Yeah, but I see you sometimes in the chat. You just don't know. Is it me? Is it Stargate or the?
It's the time of day.
Okay.
It's the time of day, and it could be it could be what the topic is, But usually, if you go live after 3:00, I'm not going to be able to click the link.
Yeah, I see. Must be Logic in the chat. I don't see him in my chat. I mean, he tapped the link. We can talk with Stargate. Excuse me.
I said, so what? Let my little irrelevant channel be. Leave my people be.
Right.
Did
you hear the live yesterday? They mentioned you. I think it was Star and AAS, or just mainly Star. She was saying you should get locked up. Not to bring up a negative vibe. I'm just wondering.
I should get locked up for what? Well, the answer to your question is no, I didn't hear it. But I don't give a shit. Get locked up for what? For breathing?
Star could just be on a tangent sometimes.
Yeah, she can. But, well, if I get locked up, I get locked up. I've done nothing wrong, so there's that.
Right. So what was the topic of conversation? Were you talking about sector things, or you was just
no random sector stuff? Not really. I made a few comments about changes that I'm making, but I don't do sector lives or uploads. I might do posts that may pertain to the sector, but I don't do sector content.
Is it something about the sector? And you two on Adulterated Truth, I mean, y'all in it, but you're not really in it, which is interesting.
You know what's crazy? Because I saw, even with Miss Murph, because I know my lane. I'm not a huge, panel guy. I weigh in where I think I can benefit the conversation, but I'm not one of them people who got to jump up just to be seen or whatever. But
exactly.
But I enjoyed. Last time I was on. Well, that was the only time. But I enjoyed myself up there. I'm more of an observer when it comes to most of the content. So, but it's I had to hit your link sometime because I enjoy. Like I said, your content really grew on me over the course of the past 2 years or so. So I enjoy it.
Mm.
But you've been doing your thing, bro. I ain't gonna hate. You've been doing your thing. It's I enjoy catching your lives.
Do you think I'm too harsh? I want to apologize for that. I'm gonna be a little.
No, you know what's crazy? Let me tell you what's funny, right? I remember let me tell you, I didn't know what the fuck a troll. When I first came to the sector, I didn't know what the hell a troll was, right? And so I remember one time you came at me. It was over Muslim. The first, and I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga talking to? And I didn't realize you was trolling, you know. And I was like, and so it was a couple of people. It was you, but I just happened to be on a panel with you. I don't remember whether it was TC's panel or Flacco's panel. No, matter of fact, it was Don's panel. Muslim came on Don's panel, and you said something out the way, and I was like, yo, who the fuck? You know, and then who else was it? But most of the other stuff was in the chat. Like, you remember who was it when Binary? Because I couldn't stand Binary when he first came in, because I was trying to help Don, and they was fucking with Don, and I didn't realize, you know, the whole trolling thing. I was like, they just being contrarians or just starting shit just because. And when remember when Spottum had the what's the name? What was it? Bilbo Swaggins.
Yeah, when he had that troll account.
Bilbo Swaggins screen name. Yeah. He used to drive me crazy too a little bit. But you know, I got accustomed to it after a while. I just realized that I guess trolls got a role in the sector too. So, you know, but yeah, man, I enjoy your content and enjoy listening, you know, especially when you veer off into some of the other stuff. The sector stuff is cool, you know, and enjoy when the conversation veers off into more productive stuff also. So it's cool.
Yeah, speaking of more productive stuff, Photon, do you plan on doing any more of trading content?
Yeah, I seen it was beautiful in the chat. I don't know if she was trolling, but if you think that I should just do more of that.
I think that you should do whatever you want. As I think everybody should do what they want. I don't want to do sector content, so I'm not.
Listen, I'm gonna be listening. I gotta jump off, help my wife put some stuff in the car.
I
But listen,
appreciate
I'll be back in listening in a little bit. But always good catching up with y'all. And
thank you so much.
Soon as well, bro. Okay.
All right, anytime.
All right,
appreciate you.
All right, peace out.
And I don't want to hold you either, Mrs. Murph. I just know you're a supporter of mine, and just want to hear you out. And I appreciate that. And I also heard you support DJ Drama, and it's just I apologize.
I support a lot of people.
Yeah, if I might have said some things that might have rubbed you the wrong way about your friend, your social media friend.
No,
actually, I love DJ Drama and D Darrell. Real talk, you know, no Diddy. You know,
so let me ask you this. If you love DJ Drama, and we're only going to spend a small portion talking about the sector. You love DJ Drama, you love D Darrell. Why do you allow the shenanigans to go on? Because it's content? Is it content over everything?
It goes back to, I mean, you gotta keep it real. I mean, D Darrell and DJ Drama, they be doing shenanigans, and there's people that's critical of what they do, and sometimes I can be too. So
there's a difference between being critical and spreading somebody's personal business. There's a huge difference, and reveling, salivating, and nutting off over somebody's trials and tribulations ain't my get down. Now, folks are saying that I be in the chat when people are being doxxed. So the fuck what? I'm not laughing. I don't enjoy it. I've always been very vocal about how I don't like it, but does that stop me from supporting? No. But I don't like it. And I know content creators, or I'll say channel holders, will do the type of content that they want to do. And it's up to me to decide whether I want to be a part of it or not. I don't get down with that. And I never have. I don't like it. And I think that folks in the sector are talented enough to where you can have a back and forth and not have it go offline, whether somebody's doing something wrong or not. You can keep it on YouTube. And if somebody else takes it off YouTube, do you have to take that off of YouTube? It's just not my get down. But folks can keep doing them. What says you?
Yeah, I absolutely hear you. I agree. I'm just thinking about like anti-Afro Svengali or keeping it plain or Stargate in particular, and
Mhm.
you saying something like that to them,
Mhm.
face to face on a panel and just hearing how what they may respond to that. Me, I don't have anything to respond against what you're saying.
I'm not giving them the satisfaction because first off, I'm not going to engage or entertain folks with low emotional intelligence, folks that will use any tiny bit of anything to say that I'm attacking them. Nah, nope. Do
You
do do,
you
do
think they
you
would think that what you just
li-
said is an attack
listen?
on them?
Listen. The little bit I say in the chat
Mm.
gets people upset. So just imagine how people would feel if I was on a panel with them. You let my little YouTube fingers get you so mad that you want to threaten to expose me or threaten to dox me. Why the fuck would I get on a panel with somebody like that? And I'm gonna say this: the only reason why I was even in the chat yesterday is because I fuck with you. I've sat through a lot of bullshit. I, I'm keeping it real. I fuck with you, folks. I really like you. And when I was on a panel with you one time, one of the two times I was on a panel, I told you I try to see the good in everybody. And there's something about you that I fuck with. So when I'm in the chat, I'm there because I fuck with you. But when folks want to start jumping on me or attacking me, fuck it. I make the decision whether I'm going to stay there and entertain the trolls, or better yet, let me keep it the fuck moving. We all have a choice. I make the choice that's best for me.
Mm. Yeah, I hear you. I don't want to be long-winded on the topic. Yeah, I don't know, but I think as you said, I see something in anti and Rev and Kip and
Mhm.
Stargate. They're like the main ones, the main antagonists. Um,
But
do you see
that's
anything in
fine.
them too? Do you see what I see? If you see something in me, you don't see that in them? None of them?
I see it in Stargate and Kip.
But not the other two,
Who are the other two?
Rev and Anti.
Nope.
That's an interesting assessment. Wow.
And I'm going to respectfully ask you not to play my shit on your
No, no, no.
channel.
No, 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 no. This is between us. You have a small panel.
Well, it
I'm
ain't
not trying to get
between us. It's for me and my little subscribers. But it is what it is. And I'm on my shit and I can say what the fuck I want to say.
yeah, this
But
is
but
not gonna leak. No, no,
yeah,
no,
but
no.
but would I go on your panel? No, because the first thing they're going to do is say that I'm attacking them or call me names, all that other juvenile shit. And I'm not entertaining it. They can have it. They can call me all the fucking names they want.
Do you
Just
think
don't show up at my property.
those that you're cool with may see you in my chat, or do you think that they may harbor some level of resentment towards you? Do you care? And are certain people they're hesitant to maybe even be in my chat because of that?
What I say is this: though people that fuck with me because of me and not where I'm at. I've said for the longest that I go where the fuck I want to go, and I don't go where the fuck I don't want to go. It is what it is. If somebody wants to hold that against me, that's their bad, not mine. I'm not a part of a clique. I'm not a part of anything. I do what the fuck I want to do. It's cool. It's cool. Beautiful.
All right.
They can call me a weird name. He can call me a weird name. I don't give a fuck.
Who called you a weird name? What's Beautiful say? Let me see it.
Beautiful didn't say it. Don't put that on Beautiful. Names don't hurt me.
Vibrational frequency dropping to maintain boring frequency minimum. Please, this guy, why don't you tap the link and engage with Mrs. Murph then TMK. I'll leave the panel since he's want to be critical. I guess I'm boring the show. I don't know. I just wanted to speak to you and just hear your thoughts on things. Sorry for putting you on the spot, but that's it. Shout out to TMK and everyone else in your chat. Have a great day. Enjoy your day.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Oh, I'm sorry, my mic was off. I said I have some questions for you.
Okay.
So if you weren't doing these long lives and doing the exposés, what would you be doing?
As a channel, as a content creator, or what?
Yes.
As a just general.
Well, on your Photonica channel. Like, what type of content would you prefer doing on that channel, or are you doing the content you prefer to do?
Yes. At this point, I probably would do trading, showing more of my live trading and just how I'm doing my progression.
Hey G Gates, thank you for stopping through.
And sharing with the audience and just learning with their knowledge and skill. And I think that, because I mean that's right now it takes up a lot of my time, day trading in the stock market and just learning it and trying to be more profitable. It may bore you. I don't know how familiar you are, because it's a niche crowd and it's a very risky business. But yeah, I think definitely, and I really think I may do that at the end of this month. Start doing that. I'm gonna just wait to see how things turn out with with this Darrell situation and this DJ drama. Other than that,
why wait?
Well, because it's kind of those topics are kind of getting a lot of attention.
Somebody else could do it. It doesn't have to be a Photonica.
Who's doing it?
Somebody else. How about the people that panel camp? They could do it on their channels.
Panel campers, like who? If somebody was doing it, I'll step down and I'll listen.
What I'm asking you is why do you feel you have to do it? If you're not the one that's getting the information firsthand and the information is being passed on to you, why can't the people that are passing on the information do it on their own channel?
Yeah, they can. I think just like you, I'm just an outlet. I go live just to talk. So a lot of times it may be just talking shit. But
Mhm.
then it's just like a conversation. It's like sitting at a lounge or what have you, a bar, and yeah, drop the link. So I think the conversation just goes where it goes. And since we are familiar with each other in the sense of that sector and just what's going on, what's happening with each other, it gears to those type of conversations.
I'm
And
calling bullshit.
oh,
Yeah. Because the conversation goes where you allow it to go. You showing documents is because you choose to show the documents. No one's forcing you to do anything. So you're choosing to do that content. There's a lot of other stuff that goes on in the world. It doesn't have to be exploiting the negatives of someone. And so, anyway, next question. When folks are digging into people's backgrounds, why don't we ever hear about the good that the people are doing? Because it's not tantalizing.
who's digging in people's backgrounds? I mean, what do you mean?
Everybody and anybody that's doing it.
And how come they don't talk about the positive things?
Yeah, like when and this is for anybody. This isn't just for you. Just a question. When folks are researching folks, why don't we hear the positive stuff? Are we saying that these people are 100% bad 100% of the time? And this is a genuine question that maybe that you might have some insight on.
Um,
You just shooting the shit.
well, I when you say that, I'm thinking of just the two major headliners and maybe even Carrie, but DJ Drama and
And
Darrell,
Darrell. Mhm.
because of just the two of them, their careers, their jobs are on the line, were on the line or are on the line, and even Carrie. So I thought of
Mhm.
those three when you mentioned that.
Mhm.
And and so the positive things that I guess because they were the whole motivation of even looking something up is to look for the dirt because maybe something
Mhm.
that those people I mentioned or whoever may have said or
Mhm.
allegedly done.
For anybody. Mhm.
So they overlook anything that they may find that looks in a more positive light on the person because
Mhm.
that's what the saying goes, hurt people, so they feel hurt or felt hurt, so yeah, they want to hurt, so they're doing that to expose.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
I
know.
guess
I know. We just shooting the shit. I'm just throwing some questions at you. And so what are your thoughts when about other family members are brought into it in that expose? We just having a conversation.
yeah, that's a good one. It hits it may hit even harsher, because of it's family. I mean, people, it's no boundaries with
Mhm.
collectively as a sector. There's no boundaries, and I think it's not just limited to that sector. Um,
Yeah, it's not.
yeah, nothing is off limits. You know, what I'm saying? Not in this day and time. Not even the deceased are off limits. People just and I can also say, yeah, I've been part, or I've been a host of those
Mm-hmm.
type of things being said. But yeah, I guess it goes with the territory. It goes with the program, which is entertainment or
And being
shock value.
acceptable.
Is P in the chat? I mean, that's something
And
maybe
being
uh,
acceptable.
being acceptable.
P was. I don't think he's here anymore.
Yeah, I really don't know. I thought about that before one time, and I was thinking about P the panel killer because, there's a side of P that is very smart, intellectual, very calm and collect, and very respectful,
Mm-hmm.
and heart. He has his heart is very light, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, there's this dark side of P, and it's very very evil, and like
But
the
I,
things
I
he was
think
saying. Go ahead.
I think we all could have some darkness in us. It's just all about whether you're able to contain it or if you just let it run rampant. We're all capable of anything, really. I mean, that's just, you know, being a part of being a human. But we control our behaviors. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I think that brings entertainment out to see the dark side, or the crash outs, and yeah, I do it at times, but I do it in a for entertainment sense, and for joke. I'll be laughing at my own crash outs, and just to yell it and the taking it there. But yeah, I don't agree with that, with bringing the family members, especially the doxing and just but the shit talking and the narratives and the stretched narratives, and I get it, but
I
when it
get
really,
that. I get that too. I get that too.
yeah,
You
but it can
know.
get dark. It sometimes, it can get like, whoa, where did that come from? Why is that? And then, ugh, yeah, it's nasty. But I think that's even, people we're interested, or there's a interest for gore, or interest in just that extreme level of what the
Mhm.
F um, type of content. And so there's some that, yeah, provide that where, so
How
yeah.
about how about providing a balance? Like, y- and I'm not trying to tell you how to run your channel. I couldn't because nobody could tell me what to do with mine. So I get that. But have you ever thought about not being 100% fuckery 100% of the time? And I
Right.
think folks were getting into your trading talk
Well, I
and some
found
other
that's what I
stuff.
had my brother on, and just I was trying to do it, but it's weird. He even got involved in the swayers. Like, it was, I think it was Keeping It Plain, and it was Peter Panel Killer that just got him, and it was Carrie and Stargate that got him. He got to a point he started cussing all those people I mentioned out.
Mhm.
But I, at the same time, he gets it too.
Mhm.
'Cause sometimes you could be talking about trading, but when you're around, black folk, when we're around each other, and after a certain amount of time, and if wine or alcohol is involved, or just boredom, or the topic starting to get dry,
Mhm.
eventually, it can go there. It can go there. But I think, yeah, I have tried to do that, and that's even maybe why I'm even one of the reasons why I'm here, to probably invite you, like, hey, because I do want that. I do want that all the time on my show, not to just be poking the bear and throwing rocks and stones.
Mhm.
Um, but to hear that balance. And so I think you and
Mhm.
Dan My Opinion, and maybe a few others, like the Unadulterated Truths and the Brother of a Certain Age, can provide that without falling into the bait,
Mhm.
Because yeah, it's out there in the chat, sometimes on the
Mhm.
panel. Even
Right.
though quiet as kept, AAS doesn't get on the panel to engage in, you know, negativity. You know what I mean? She speaks her speech on the panel or maybe in the chat, but
So
she's
so when
she's
she's
pretty
hurl
balanced.
so when she's hurling insults and
Yeah, she
calling
could be
names,
messy. Yeah, yeah,
that's
that's true. Go ahead. She's messy. She be talking. she, she's um she's a trip. She definitely is a trip. But I like the trip. I like going on a trip with her. It's a funny roller coaster ride. Her, it
Mhm.
just when she's being funny and when she's being messy. Um, I've grown to like her personality and appreciate her too. Cause yeah, at first I used to be like, what the heck? What's wrong with this woman? I couldn't
Mhm.
stand her. I couldn't stand Stargate. And this the weirdest thing, how now I love them, which is
Mhm.
weird. I would never have thought in my wildest dreams. But the same thing go for Darrell. I would never thought that he would be in this situation. So
Mhm.
it's funny how time can change your opinion or outlook on life and people. But yeah, it did to about those people I mentioned. But I still love the other side. Like I said, I love Darrell. I really do. I hope he doesn't go to prison. It was
Mhm.
it was it was real disheartening to hear that DJ Drama lost his job. But I
Mhm.
understand Kip. I understand I just do. I don't know because I'm a Libra or I have a lot of love for everyone. Believe it or not, I'm not really a hater. I may
Yeah.
express, I may talk some shit, but I really don't want the bad to always be brought out in people and exposed. I just wish we all could
Mhm.
get along.
Okay, so my next question is, why do you allow some people to use folks' government names and not others? Or let me say, why is it permissible for some folks on your channel to use folks' government names while others aren't?
Well, who does that? I think I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that.
For
Um,
for the short amount of time I was over there yesterday, it happened at least twice. But if somebody in the chat that isn't part of the crew or whatever does it, they immediately get blocked.
yeah, as you're talking about like the people mentioning DJ Drama's alleged name or Dookie's, I don't really like that. But at the same time, we don't know.
But I'm not talking about their names. I'm talking about other folks' names, which I don't know if they're their real names or not.
Right.
I just know that folks were saying it and then say, I don't know if that's really his name after saying it.
Well, what name did you hear? Yes. Oh, you heard someone mention slander. You talking about slander?
Yeah. And again, I don't know if that's his name or
Me
not.
neither. People just be capping. I mean,
But why
people.
not but why not just nip that in the bud? Unless you just don't care. But it should be fair across the board. That's all I'm saying. If it's good for one person to do it, it should be good for all to do it.
I forgot who said it, but it was just thrown out there. I thought it was somebody. I thought that whoever I forgot who said it, but I didn't think it was real. I thought it was such a regular name. It didn't stand out to me where something I should police. I just thought the person was just trying to just start something. I really forgot who it was, but I do recall if you said you're talking about it was Slander's name. I really didn't believe that. A lot of people say things and sometimes it passes me. I don't catch
And
it.
it may not have been his name. I don't know. But it was presented as if it could be his name.
Yeah, I'm not with that. Like for example, Spotum, he hollered at me and I did what I did to just take down that, and then also Mikey, even though Mikey's Mikey, but he was upset, and did something. I took down some things, but yeah, again, I try to. I don't agree with that either. I think we should all keep things on these YouTube streets, and acknowledge people the way they present themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes things pass me, and then in the middle of I'll be sometimes tired. I don't be sometimes I may have stepped away from the microphone. I don't catch everything, even in my own live. It'd be long lives.
But it's your channel and you're responsible. Ultimately, right?
Right.
And this is just a conversation.
Yeah, I feel like I'm at the principal's office. Is anybody else gonna hit the link? I mean, you cool, but I feel like, dang, yeah, this is good. But I'm just waiting for my exit now. Because somebody, because I've enjoyed listening. Maybe TMK could step to
I
the
got 3 more
microphone next.
questions for you.
Okay.
I'm joking. I don't have any more questions for you.
So TMK, you're up next. Beautiful. Maybe tap in and
I
where's
think
DJ Drama at?
folks are done. I thought I was only going to be here for a half an hour.
And where does your accent come from? What's that accent from?
Where am I from?
You're from Philly, right?
Yeah,
So that's a Philly accent. Okay.
there's my accent. I don't know if I sound like Propane or TC. I know I don't sound like Speak.
No, you don't sound like Speak Now. A little bit of T Pre, but she's not really from Philly, but I guess she's in the area. But it's your own. You have a unique way of sound. You have this. I can't distinctly.
What's wrong with it?
It's nothing more. I like it. It's just I've never heard it before. I've never heard that type of accent. Maybe I did. I've never heard it in the sector before.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe I have my own original accent. Who knows?
Yeah. All right. So
why you trying to find out where I'm from? You trying to help people dox me or something?
No, of course not. No. No, but what happens is the more you go live, and you even if you have people in the chat, it's the second you're gonna create. There's gonna be drama.
Why?
Because the sector, it just breeds that.
But I'm not doing sector content. So why would anybody that wants to bring drama want to have it with me?
Like I said, I don't know. Like it was Damn My Opinions channel. She had a wild live the other week. It was Raw BT Pre, I think it was over there, and I was playing some excerpts of it, and they were saying some wild things about Carrie. I think, if you're around and you're connecting with people, things come up, and the more consistent you go live.
Propane, do I sound like I'm from Philly? Or do I sound like I'm from somewhere else? Or do I have a unique accent?
Is that how that's how a lot of Philly women talk Propane? You got kind of New York. I don't know what you say. It's just real distinct.
Well, it's my own special accent, I guess. Stop trying to dox me, full time. Don't be giving my information to your buddies.
Oh shoot, Raw B is in the chat. I see. Yeah, Raw B.
Why you say oh?
Because Raw B, for Raw B be talking some hella shit. You gotta. So if the more you go live and if Raw B hits your link, shoot, you gonna be getting into some shit.
Why? I love Raw.
Me too, but I'm just saying, Raw B is very outspoken on things. It's very funny, very animated. If the word gets out that you and Raw B is just, having some fire lives,
I don't have fire lives. I just have lives, but I would never do anything to Raw to offend her, even if I thought that even if it was just a thought that something would offend her, I wouldn't say it to her because I respect her.
No, I'm not saying that you two may get into it, but I'm just saying, just y'all just talking and reading the chat. If somebody like her hits the panel, and
Yeah.
y'all start going into sector related topics and people and circumstances.
Like you did when you started talking.
Yeah, and I started asking you about why you don't hit my panel more, and what's your thoughts on the AFWs, and you touched on, but you didn't really go, oh, I don't like that. You didn't really be on some venomous rhetoric. So I think you'll get a pass. But I think
Mhm.
the more people you get on, and more B can be an antagonist and help put fuel in your
Stop trying to put
fire.
raw into anything.
The next minute Carrie's doing a live about you.
I don't care.
Up in the
Okay.
middle of the night, cussing you out, making a charts and diagrams about how your coochie ain't better than hers. Sorry. That's
How would anybody know that?
hey, ask her. But yeah, you sit around talking to Raw B, sooner or later, Carrie's gonna get word to it and not be a happy camper.
Carrie don't
You
care.
know?
I talk to who I talk to, and I don't who I don't. I think people know that about me.
Yeah, you've been
I
able to
don't cause
maintain the
no problems.
neutrality. Yeah, damn my opinion, y'all able to just do lives and still maintain a level of, even though, yeah, Stargate said that you should get locked up, and I think AF the anti-AFO was saying things the other night about damn my opinion. So it just
Get
goes to
locked up
show.
for what?
She said something that had to do with DJ Drama and just you being a
What
part of
drama
it.
eat don't make me shit.
Allegedly.
And he
I
ain't
gotta
locked up,
find
so
that
why
part.
would I get locked up?
Well, it sounds like they trying to put a case on the man. They're trying to find some criminal charges that can stick.
Tell them to bark up another tree.
Wow.
This ain't what they want.
Yeah, it
Don't
sound like
fuck with
you can
me
hold
if I ain't fucking with
hold
you.
your own. It sound like you can hold your own. You've been
I can.
around the block enough times, but I don't think you're gonna fall victim to the bait. But it really is no bait. If you don't bother them, they're not gonna bother you. They're not.
They try. They try every now and then. It's all right. Keep it moving. But were you here earlier when I was saying I don't know if I'll be back in Photonica?
What, you said that on this live?
Yes, sir.
No, I wasn't here. What
That
was
I
that
was going to
about?
make some changes.
Yeah, is it that bad over there? Is it because I got them a wrench? Should I take their wrenches? Keeping it
No,
plain and ties.
no, you keep wrenches. Um, you do you. You run your channel how you want to run your channel. I
Yeah, well,
made
you don't want to upset the DJ dramas, the Arc Must Be Logics. I've never said one word to Arc
I don't
Must Be
no no
Logic.
no 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 don't even try to put that narrative out of there. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. If I decide not to go back to your channel, it's because I decide not to go back to your channel, not because of anybody else.
All right, well, I'll definitely try to do more trading videos and show more money I made than $300-$400, because Raw B had an issue with me showing that I made $400 on the stock market. I got to show more larger receipts to motivate more viewership.
Do the look. We're just having a conversation. You do the type of content you want to do. Everybody else, everybody should do the type of content they want to do. But everybody's content isn't for everybody, if that makes sense. And we're free to choose, what content we want to see and what we don't. And hey Divine, thank you for stopping through. I don't want you to do anything you don't really want to do. Um, and like I said, I fuck with you, and I've always liked you. So I may even just drop down just to say shout out to Photonica and keep it moving.
All right, but is it the content? Because we're we're in a place right now where it can get a little darker because you know they trying to get some charges on DJ Drama and a situation with Darrell, or just in general you're trying to just keep your peace and just listen, and the content over there is just not helping you with your peace.
I don't want to go back and forth with folks because I'm expressing my opinion just like everybody
Who
else.
goes back and forth with you? What is it? Anti-Afro Svengali in the chat? Who's going back and forth with you? I don't be keeping up with the chat thin enough to see that.
Come on, Photon. You know the trolls, or maybe you don't because you don't really be watching your chat like that. But folks will talk they shit, trying to bait me into it back and forth. I just don't entertain it.
And who are they? Do they? Is it some anonymous trolls or?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I gotta look at my chat more often. I
And, and I'm gonna say that it's not just you. So don't. What I'm gonna say, I don't want to tell you what to do. Try not to take offense to what I'm saying because it can happen anywhere. When I first, oh my goodness, I think I went over this already earlier, but when I first came into the sector, I was very vocal and very opinionated, and it rubbed people the wrong way. I don't want to purposely offend people, even though it's not my fault that people are offended by the truth. But I still want to have a good time, and everything doesn't have, you don't have to comment on everything. So I did fall back. However, there should be places and spaces where chatters feel comfortable expressing their opinion without being, let's use your people's words, attacked or threatened to be doxxed or threatened to be exposed.
I think that's what makes the chat fun on social media is because some people with the shits, they're with the BS, and it's the very same people that smile in your face, but then they go and they got their troll accounts and they talking shit. It'd be the very same people like Josephine. I think a lot of those trolls that be talking their shit to you is Josephine and Stefan.
I'm not gonna let you do it.
All right,
because there's a difference. Talking shit back and forth, it's all fun and game. I'm playing, I know you're playing. We can talk shit. I don't have a problem with that. What I'm talking about is the folks that like to play victim. If you read the little banner going across my screen, if you are seeking to be offended by the content, the Mrs. Murph sector is not for you. I don't have time and am not giving energy that people that are seeking to be a victim. Folks like to poke, and then when you call them on their bullshit, oh, you attacked me, oh, this, that, the other. Fuck all that.
But I think that's what they like to do. They do that. The trolls do that. They get their troll accounts to provoke you.
Now with that, I'm not talking about the trolls, and you know exactly who I'm talking about. You can play naive if you want, but we both know better. This is the true sector. We not talking no bullshit and lies and narratives over here.
The truth sector. Who's in the truth sector with you?
Me, myself, and I.
Okay.
Like I said, don't try to shovel me bullshit full time.
What did I say? I was just I thought you was talking
Acting like
exclusively
you
about
don't
the
know who I'm
chat. I
talking
thought you
about.
was talking about, you were going back and forth with people in the
And
chat.
you know your folks, when they want to get real nasty or whatever, they'll go in their troll accounts to talk their shit.
I don't think AAS or Rev G know you. I never heard neither of them. Those are the two people you said that you don't take kindly to them. They don't. I never heard them say one word about you for all this time you've been in the sector. Honestly speaking,
I have.
You heard them speak on you.
On him on panels and in the chat, and when he was one of my little troll fans because he slipped up and said some shit under his regular account, then deleted it and came back with the troll account saying the same shit. But
The exact same things,
anywho,
because that's how
yeah.
you know it was him.
And she, threatened to expose me for riding the fence. Ooh. I do what the fuck I want to do.
What you mean she threatened to expose you?
That's what those were her words. If you don't, and it was in a chat. If you don't shut up, I'm going to expose you for riding the fence.
But expose you how? You did a bid before?
No. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about. If that's the best you got, then go ahead. I don't have to pick a side.
Well, dang. Well, dang. Wow.
So anywho, that's enough sector talk.
Yeah.
I've given it way more time and energy
How
than I
long we been
wanted
on?
to.
We've been on for a minute talk about the sector.
And I'm saying this again. Don't play my shit on your channel, folks.
No. But the thing is, we kind of been surface level talking. You wasn't really doing no gossipy, even on them. You just spoke your piece. And that's how I took it. It wasn't like, "Ooh, you heard what she said. Let's replay that and go for your get back, anti or Rev." No, it's not like that. I don't think.
Well, what I will say is you came over here being a somewhat bone carrier, talking about Stargate says she wants me. Did you hear that Stargate wants you in jail? What did you expect my response to be?
I don't know. I guess that's why I asked it. I want to hear your response. I don't really know. I don't know you like that. I don't know you. So I don't know how you would respond. But I know you maintain a certain level of calmness and coolness. So I don't really think you were just gonna wild out and say some crazy things about her. I just was wondering if you heard it.
And I don't do performance. I don't do performance art. I'm not going to act the ass just to for somebody to get views.
Well, you're still new to this. I mean, you just started making content. I wouldn't have thought that about T Pre back in the day, when I used to, watch her content and see her on panels. Same thing for Peter Panel Killer. A lot of other people.
No, don't bring them up. We're talking about me.
Right. But it might be a Philly thing, but even though P ain't from Philly, but
I am my own person. I am responsible for my own actions. I'm not doing performance art for anybody.
But that's what you look at as, like, you think Carrie she's performing as she's being
so
an artist?
If you think I'm going to get on your piano and talk to those folks, it's not going to happen.
Real life drama. I don't think there's a level of performance, there's level of trolling, there's level of just falling for stretched narratives and just reacting to them. But there's also real life situation, like people getting fired, people getting put on the news. You know what I mean? People getting doxxed. People got their kids just in dirty laundry all up on these YouTube streets, and it's just wild. And so
What does any of that have to do
what I'm
with
saying is
me?
some of it is not performance art. Is people just responding to just the effery that others are doing.
You
You
know
know what I
what's
mean?
performance art is sitting on a channel going through somebody's paperwork and wishing them death, jail, and job loss. Folks sitting up on a panel, busting nuts all over the place, glizzy everywhere, but because of
Uh,
somebody's turmoils.
oh yeah, but yeah, Anti is busting a whole lot of nuts off of D Darrell's term. But yeah, it's ridiculous. Her level of she just getting yeah, it is getting it's even turning me off a little bit. Like, dang, y'all really want
No,
him?
it's not. You reveling in
They
it.
really want him to go to
You can hear
prison?
the saliva and spit coming out of folks' mouths. The dudes going up there with their dicks all hard. Can't wait to start talking so they could bust a couple out. Come on now. Who wants to be a part of that?
Dang, it sound like a party. What you mean? Want to be a
I don't
part of?
want no part of that
Uh,
party.
okay. Yeah, you being kind of vulgar, but I hear you. But nah,
It's my channel.
it's the sector. It's the sector. People just be it's the sector. That's what I would just say. I don't know, but I
The
hear you. I mean,
sector
there
is
has to be
the
a neutral.
sector is
There
just
has to be
sectoring.
a neutral side, and I think that's what you represent here, and I appreciate that. Don't change your channel for nothing.
Yeah,
Even
even
me,
though
even though I'm kind
you
of
came
bringing it up,
over
but
here
I'm
and I
staying.
allowed you to derail my show. I allowed you to talk
Right, well, I
about
appreciate
sector
your questions.
specific.
They were real informative and got a chance for me to just share my thoughts and your thoughts. So,
Hmm.
I ain't hating, but no, I just wanted to say again before I go, I just want to say thank you for being a part of my channel, even if you don't ever come back. And I'll
You're
try to
welcome.
cut down on being so harsh on the people that you admire or listen
No,
to.
no, 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 no. You do you. I'm not asking nor want you to do anything for me. I'm not that type of person. You do as you want to do. I just, we was just having a conversation.
Yeah, shout out to everybody again. Shout out to Dookie, shout out to DJ Drama, and Darrell, for whatever it's worth. Um, but as far as that one dude, Slander, he was mentioning, even though I don't agree with that name calling, but even shout out to him. I mean, it is what it is. It's a new year. I'm not trying to just leave off on a bad foot.
Yeah,
Um,
don't disrespect my supporters.
yeah, I wish everyone a happy new year, health, wealth, and prosperity. And I will definitely take you up on that suggestion as far as just making more content that's more neutral, balanced, and positive, and bring out the positive aspects of other people's content and
Because I know
personality.
you have it in you. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
you do.
absolutely, absolutely. So I appreciate you for inspiring me and motivating me to do that. So stay tuned.
Stay
Um,
tuned. There's more to come.
all right, happy New Year, Raw B, and YouTube Unfolded and beautiful. Everybody. Arc must be logic. Everybody, y'all have a good one, and take care. And
Thank you, and you do the same.
all right, bye.
Peace out. All righty then. Anybody else want to come up before we go? Um, nope. Okay. Um, thank you everybody for coming out. Good night. God bless. And I'll see you somewhere on these YouTube streets.